Okay, let's see if we are getting there. I think we are getting there. It says we are live, but I don't see. Okay, the video is coming, so looks like we are ready. Okay, so you know the drill. I just happen to choose a given area, duet, scene that I would like to be watching along with whoever watches this video later, and from there we move on. Of course, all these recordings need to be live again, again, and again. I insist. Only when you watch a singer doing it live, you can be certain that he can actually do what he pretends to be doing when he's in studio. Anybody is a super singer in studio, not everybody, or reality is what you see when you watch live. Okay, so today, let's talk a little about just to put or to set everybody in the mood, in the right mood. We're reaching the end of Madama Butterfly's opera by Maestro Puccini, and at this point in time, Chocho-san, Madama Butterfly, knows that Pinkerton has come back to the city of Nagasaki, where she was left behind. Let's also remember that she has a boy, a child that she had with Pinkerton, but Pinkerton wasn't aware of the existence of this boy. So he learns it lately, too late maybe, and they want to take the baby away from Chocho-san. They want to take the baby away from Madama Butterfly. Of course, she feels like she will die when she hears the news. After a long time waiting, it turns out that he only comes back, and part of his comeback, besides bringing his wife with him, is to take the boy away. So basically, Butterfly, Chocho-san, says they want to take it all from me. And now that there is nothing else left for me, all I have is the reason that I need to die. So that's why it starts with the word con honor more chi non può servar vita con onore. So for that, who cannot continue his life with honor, at least he should die with honor. And this death with honor is what Chocho San chooses, and it's going to be interrupted by her son before she actually accomplishes it the first time. So in terms of drama, this is what is happening. Very young woman who has decided to take her own life, given that she has nothing else left in the world. The hope to have her husband back with her is now gone. He married to an American woman this time, with not even with her own son. So there is nothing left for her. All she is left is her final dying with honor. That is from the perspective of the situation. But now let's talk a little about the. That's because it is very important. The difficulties. One of the many difficulties that we have discussed before around Madame Butterfly is that she's singing all the time, and this is the final scene. So she has been on stage maybe 60 or 70% of the whole duration of the opera, which is a lot. And at some points, she has very difficult scenes. And so at this point, she's tired, exhausted, emotionally and physically. And physically, I do not only mean the voice, the throat itself, or the phonator system, but I mean the whole body. I mean your body resents that you have been carrying the costumes, the lighting, the stress, moving on the stage. So it's really demanding physically for any singer. So this is what we are watching now. A woman who is physically tired, the soprano herself, and the character who is psychologically devastated. It's a very challenging, very, very, very challenging. Again, sorry that I have to be interrupting, but most likely I'm going to have to make some clarifications and comments around it. But with nothing else to say, why don't we start watching this soprano, Jennifer Parish, which I don't know. Remember that it we are recording as it goes. There is no further preparation than that. And let's click on play and see how she does. Con onor muore chi non può. By the way that part is spoken.
We shall die with honor. Who can no longer live his life with honor?
Oh, she's singing in English. What a surprise. This is going to be fun. I know that many times operas are they are original in French and changed to Italian, in German and changed to Spanish or English for people's comprehension, but I'm having a hard time trying to digest English for Madama Butterfly. I don't know about you, at least for the first phrases, her tu, piccolo idio. Well, she didn't say piccolo idio, I'm just thinking of Italian. I think I liked the tone of her voice, the projection, the color. So far so good, except for the language, which I'm not very comfortable with. Non saperlo mai per te. This is difficult. And next, let me explain you what I was saying. That this is hard. Again, people just focus on the high note. There's a G coming. There's a F sharp coming, or whatever the note is coming. So you say, oh, so that's why it's difficult. Remember that the difficulty arises from a multiple of situations. Tu piccolo Dio, amore, amore, amore mio, fior di giglio e di rosa, non saperlo mai per te. And then porto ai pari occhi, vuol butterfly perché tu possa andar di là dal mare senza che ti rimorda ai di maturi il materno abbandono. The continuous emission flow, the flow and the continuous emission of the voice is what makes it tiring. Not only that there is a couple of notes above the E or the F, but that you have to be continuously singing and that you have to carry a good amount of energy and drama with it. Because what happens? Ai di maturi il materno abbandono. This part needs to be continuous, needs to be steady, and needs to be very firm and secure by the soprano. Because when they run out of stamina, when they run out of power, when this is too heavy for their voices, they usually make it lighter, which is not advisable to do because the orchestration of Maestro Puccini is heavy. So you don't have enough power to sing correctly Butterfly, and you have a heavy orchestration, even if the maestro is very good at you and decreases the volume of the orchestra, the overall impression or sensation of this part gets lost because everybody expects Madama Butterfly to be able to carry on with her final aria with all that is required. Guarda ben fisso. Difficult again? say that Jennifer Parish is actually very good. She's doing way much better than other more famous sopranos. This passage that she just sang, it's difficult because you are in the high area, high part, and you have to continue. And if you notice, the flow and the tone of her voice is unaffected. She's singing perfectly on the breath. She's not pushing the tone. She's not adding something that she doesn't have in her voice. She's correctly. I think she really found the natural tone of her voice, which is great. I'm very positively surprised. So let's see the final part of her aria. Va, gioca, gioca. Well, Butterfly is supposed to be alone when this happens. Not really liking the way he says butterfly. Looks like Mr. Pinkerton is out of place. I think he's a young tenor. We cannot see his face, but it looks like he's very young. Maybe that's part of the reason why. I also wanted to say that I like the orchestration. The quality of the sound is not great, as you can perceive, but I think this really sounds like Puccini. I'm very satisfied with what we have just watched. Yeah, what a great surprise! Jennifer Parish doing a good performance of 222 Piccoli di Amore Amore Mia final scene from Madama Butterfly. I think that we also need to give opportunity to for watching. Be open to watching this as much opera from other singers rather than the top because we always narrow down our options to the same. We always need a La Premia, always Scotto, always Callas, always Vivaldi, always Cavatier, and there are hundreds, if not thousands of singers out there who eventually, like this case, give us a very positive surprise. Of course, we can see on the recording that there were not too many resources for stage and costumes, but still, look at the important here is that you use something that you feel comfortable with presenting to people. And I think there is lots of honest work behind this recording. Really, as I said, I really love the sound of the orchestra, and I really love getting the Parish minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did watching this one.